Today I'm going to show you the Honda N van. This is actually our smallest van. It's technically a K van, so 660cc, and that, as you can see, this is a yellow plate. So in Japan, a yellow plate means under 1000cc, which is a K car. There's a lot of stuff in here we're going to kind of take out and rebuild. We just got these mats. It's super comfortable. It's brand new, and it perfectly fits the flooring of this van when it's all fully laid out. This is how it looks when it's fully packed. You've got the mattress, the duvet, these new cushions that I mentioned, the table base, and a few other things. So I'm going to go through everything today and tell you all about it. So the coolest thing about this N van, suicide doors. Similar to a Rolls Royce, this completely opens out, which is really cool. And you have all this space which you can kind of use. And I'll show you how this flattens out. And there's different ways you can use this space. Another cool feature, the seatbelt is actually attached to the door. I've never seen that in any car before. You have this shelf, which is going to double as a table in a moment. We're going to take this out and set it up as a table as if you were going to have a meal. There are screws underneath here. There's one here and then there's one here. This gives you actually 3 different level options of where you want to put this as a shelf essentially. So it could either go here, the lowest point, through here. The other point is right up top here. And you can actually screw these on through here at the top. I prefer the middle two because that just gives you an extra surface where you can put luggage or store all of this stuff. This is the base of the table. You get these 2 pieces of wood and you insert them like so. And this now becomes the base of your table. You have 2 camping chairs, one here, one here. They're relatively small. This basically becomes your kind of dinner setup. So you have a natural roof here, which is the back door, and that gives you some cover. We don't have a separate awning here, so this does actually suffice. And this is where you lay the table for breakfast or any of your meals, basically. Other things here that the camper van comes with, you have a lantern with different settings. You've got your grill, which is really critical. This is quite easy to operate. You put these gas canisters inside here. You can buy these in any convenience store in Japan for like 200 yen. Oh, look at that. That is hot. This is like the stove that you can basically use to cook meals, and it's quite effective. The other stuff, you have kettle, plates, cups. It's enough for 2 people to survive in the wild for a few days. Japan is really easy to book campsites. That's where you can clean and keep everything tidy and quite easy to manage. Now we're going to flatten out the back seats and then the front seat. In the front row, the first thing to mention is the main driver's seat is not able to move anywhere. That is stuck where it is. In a moment, you'll see how this entire van flattens out and what it looks like. So the first thing you have to do is take off this headrest here. And that actually fits quite nicely in here, as so. That lives permanently there. If you're a solo traveler especially, you don't really need this extra seat. And I would highly recommend that you roll with this flat the entire journey. You don't need 3 extra seats, right? So next, this goes down as so. So this is pretty nice, comfortable, soft carpet. And then that folds down as so. This is going to be the basis of the flat bed. And then you see this orange cord that you pull, and you basically just do one at a time. That's one there. This is essentially half of the van. You still have this section here. For someone of my size, I can pretty much fit this entire length myself. I'm 164 centimeters, so anyone that's bigger than that, you will need extra space, obviously, and you do have that. Like, this goes all the way back. Now the cushions. So these cushions came 2 months after we bought the van. This is a pretty cool option that we decided to get that will make your sleep really comfortable. Now we've fully laid everything out, and here you have a ton of room. I can lie down, my whole body stretched out, and still have space for days. Corner to corner, I can fit here too. So maybe the best way to do it, if you had 2 people sleeping in here, someone of my size here, and then you could fit another human here who's quite tall. Practically, you could fit 2 adults in here, and this is with the sheet. So you can fit a sheet in this L shape. So this is the sleeping setup. And again, I think you can fit 2 adults of differing sizes. If there's 2 of you that are over 170 centimeters, could be problematic, but 1 person up to like 2 meters is good. we have a new human, 182 centimeters, no issues, 182. Let's check from this side. This is the full setup for the bed, which is again quite reasonable. The other really critical thing you need when you sleep is how to evade the light. So as you can see, there are no curtains in here, but we have something special. You've got all of these like little suction mounts. This goes on the inside. As you can imagine, you have one of these for every single window surface in the van, and that blackens it out so you can get a really good night's sleep. To put the seat back up, it's really simple. You pull this orange bit of cord, it comes back, this, and then get the headrest back out. So I did that in literally 9 seconds. One of the best things about this van in particular is just very easy to use. It's very simple, it's small. It's probably my favorite van if I just want to go somewhere solo, get out of Tokyo. Nothing too complicated. It doesn't have a separate battery pack. It doesn't give you any extra power unless you have the van on. You do have some power outlet that is powered from the van battery, but this is of course when you're driving. That being said, this van is on right now with the air conditioning on and it's super quiet. So could you sleep the whole night with the AC on and the van on? Probably, quite comfortably, and it's not going to kill you with gas money because it's a 660cc van. So one of the other hacks I would say is you could do this economically in the summer and actually use the AC and just leave it on and you won't be disrupted. It's not like one of those big diesel high ace vans that we have that's just like a tank and you'll upset those around you as well. We repacked everything. It doesn't take too long. Overall, this is a really cool little camper for Japan. You don't really get these Honda N vans or these kind of box vans much else anywhere in the world really. This was brand new when we bought it. It had 11 kilometers. It's now got 11,000 in the space of, you know, probably 4 or 5 months. The space inside is really, really nice. It's pretty spacious. You do have this light here, which is cool. There is a power button down there, which is the cigarette lighter power place. A couple of other lights here maybe. So you do get light in here as well, which is nice. It's very small and compact as a van to drive, but on the inside, it really maximizes every inch of space, which makes it one of the most practical vans we have. All right, so let's take it for a quick drive. It's a very basic driving experience. You have a bunch of buttons here, don't work because we have no entertainment system. We do have a Bluetooth speaker, which I tend to just put right up here, connect to my phone, and you can actually use this to make calls as well. Aside from that, you have the phone holder, which has a charging device built in. So you just put your phone on there, USB-C connector, a couple of USB ports, ETC card reader. So this is a must. If you are traveling in Japan, this will save you time and money. Electronic toll card booth. We do come with rentals. This is an automatic. It has basic functions of reverse, drive, and low mode. Let's just take it for a quick spin and we can describe what it's like to drive. So first of all, I think at low speeds, low gears, it's fine. When you get onto the expressway and you start to do anything above 80 kilometers an hour, it can be a little bit of a struggle. You feel like it's doing the best it can, but I would say 100 is probably the max I've driven this. And the speed limit in Japan on the expressway is strictly 80 to 100 anyway. It does have some automatic mirror functions and power windows. That's the N van. I think it's one of the best vans you can rent as a solo traveler in Japan. It's very new. It feels modern. It's spacious inside, very easy and small, so you can drive around with no real risk. Sleeping space up to 2 meters. You can fit someone in here, and you can even fit 2 people in. If one of you is like 170 centimeters or less, plus someone else that's 180, 192 meters, it's really comfortable. Long trips in Japan, consider the N van.